The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast.
Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of rifling through the liquor cabinet that is the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement in search of a bottle that must be in there, something that will make all your musical cocktails taste better. I'm your mixologist. I am uncool and underqualified, yet here I am pouring you a drink of something purple. So there's that. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm a little behind. This should have come out on Monday. Should have come out the previous Thursday for our bonus feed listeners. But old JD had a few tricks up his sleeve and applied for a job that he didn't think he was going to get anywhere with. And turns out they like him. They really like him. So I've been interviewing, all week and doing all sorts of bullshit like that. And we'll see what happens. I don't normally like to tip my hand before I sign a contract, but I feel good about this. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. What do you do when you haven't worked in 5 years and you get that inkling to go back, but you don't know if you're ready? I don't know. Shoot me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. What would you do? Hope everyone has been getting in line at least for their vaccines. I'm on a couple waiting lists, one for being fat and one for being, probably uncool. I don't know what the second one is. My wife signed me up for it to be on this waiting list. Canada is apparently lagging behind the world in doling out these vaccines. I'm uncertain as to why that is. My suspicion is we live next to a giant country that we expected probably several of the manufacturers to ship here, but they are, completing their orders in the U.S. before they ship to Canada. So there's that. Anyway, so after a long deliberation, okay, so here it is. We're into pavement stuff now. After a long deliberation and a voting session that I did on Twitter and whatnot, I am officially no longer chronological. I am, to quote Gord Downey, chronologically fucked up. I am jumping from the normal week over week in chronological order to jumping ahead to the EPs that came out for the Terror Twilight era, the Spit on a Stranger EP and the Major Leagues EP. And then we'll round things out with Terror Twilight. So I think that satisfies my itch to end the show with Carrot Rope. If I can't end it with Finn, I'm going to end it with a song that you hear every week. It just sort of makes sense. It's also their last long play. I think there's a lot of reasons to do that. So there's that. On that front, the first song that we're going to discuss this episode is not from an EP. It's actually just a one-off recorded earlier, or that I found earlier this week, by Julie Dorian of Eric's Trip. If you're not familiar with Eric's Trip, they are an East Coast band here in Canada. They rose to prominence in the early 90s. However, they have always, I don't know how to say this, because I really love Sloan. And Sloan was the one who broke open the East Coast scene here in Canada. But there's something about Eric's Trip. They always had bona fides that, other bands didn't have. And people, really dig them and what they've done, their spin-off projects, Elevator to Hell, and stuff like that. So check that stuff out. But I thought I would just play you this song. It's not my favorite version. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a cool take on a song that we all love, and it's by Julie Dorian. So we're going to go back to Brighten the Corners here and listen to her version of Shady Lane. So let's do that. This is Julie Dorian, and she's playing this on an acoustic guitar. This is Shady Lane on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
All right, well, this is probably a bad idea now. I've got all the anticipation up and I haven't played it in so long. You guys are probably like, what does she do all week? Like, why does she just show up every time totally unprepared? Blind date with the chancer, we had oysters and dry lancers, and the chick when it arrived, we went Dutch, 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 a redder shade of neck on a whiter shade of trash, and this emery board is giving me a rash. Flat out, you're so beautiful to look at when you cry. Freeze, don't move, you've been chosen as an extra in the movie adaptation of the sequel to your life. A shady lane, everybody wants one. A shady lane, everybody wants one. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh his God, oh her God, oh their God, oh her God. It's everybody's God, it's everybody's God, it's everybody's God, it's everybody's God. The worlds collide, and all that we want is a shady lane. You guys are good. Usually everybody starts clapping there. They always think it's over. Glance, don't stare. Soon you're being told to recognize your errors. No, not me. I'm an island of such great complexity. Stress surrounds in the mighty peaceful center of this town. Tell me off in the hotel lobby, right in front of all the bellhops and the over-friendly concierge. Everybody wants one. A shady lane, everybody needs one. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh his God, over God, over God, over the God. It's everybody's God, it's everybody's God, it's everybody's God, it's everybody's God. The worlds collide, and all that we need is a shady lane. Woo! Thank you. That goes also out to everybody who loves Pavement and all the Saving Gigi people that I do karaoke with on an almost regular basis here at Saving Gigi.
Oh, she's so cute. I love it. It's just a real fun version, right? Like, it's quick and it's I just totally I like it. Don't love it, but I like it. So maybe that's the Canadian in me being polite. I don't know. No, I would love to. I would love to be at a show and see somebody that I admired, like a singer-songwriter, and all of a sudden they bust out like a Pavement track. I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. So apparently that's from 2012 sometime. So it comes from many years ago, almost 10 years ago, in fact. I don't know why it bubbled up in my feed this week, but it did, and I thought I would share it with you. So there's that. I am going to now spin you a track that you probably haven't heard in a long time. I'm kidding, of course. The first track off the Spit on a Stranger EP is Spit on a Stranger, and we're going to avoid that. We're going to scratch that track and play it when we listen to Terror Twilight. But the first track that comes over and above Spit on a Stranger is a little song that has confused the Pavement world for a very long time. It was released on June 22nd, 1999. It is a little song called Harness Your Hopes. Let's give it a listen.
Don't telegraph your passes, you'll end up with molasses, cauterized in syrup and molasses. And I'm checking out the assets that attract us to anything that moves. We're deep inside the grooves, and it's time to shake the rations, 'cause someone's gonna cash in. The plot, it turns again, the reference starts at 10. Well, show me a word that rhymes with pavement, and I will kill your parents and roast them on a spit. And don't you try to etch it or permanently sketch it, or you're gonna catch a bad cold. And the freaks have stormed the White House. I moved into a lighthouse. It's on a scenic way. It's so far away from the beginning. The shroud is made of linen. The yearling took the purse. The goth kid has a hearse. Heartbreaking, earthquaking, Kiwis, they are home baking, minds wide open, truly. A leisure suit is nothing. It's nothing to be proud of in this late century. And I'm asking you to hold me just like the morning paper. Pinch between your pointer, your index and your thumb. It's a semi-automatic. Believers are ecstatic. You see the way they cling, the cold metallic sting. And I'm living in a coma, Madonna del Verona. The harness made of hopes, the lovers on the ropes. None is to church as the parrot is to perch, and my heart's wide open, truly.
What a fucking song that is, right? Who cares about the mystery of how it got big? It's just good. And I can get behind a good fucking song exploding. What I'm talking about, if you don't know, is there's a real strange thing on Spotify where Harness Your Hopes is the #1 spun Pavement song, like by like a country mile. And Serial Gum did a story on it recently. You should look that up and check it out because it's pretty fascinating. It's about algorithms and whatnot. Although I think some of it is contributed to TikTok now as well. That song has been TikToked, and that makes a song, grow as well. So, yeah, I don't know all the intimate details of it, but it's there for your perusal if you want to check it out. But it's crazy, right? That a song that Cut Your Hair, or Gold Sounds, or something off Wowie wouldn't topple a song that was the second track on an EP released on a record that wasn't that largely taken in by its fan base. So I don't know. I'm asking for a show of hands here, and please be honest. How many of you were into this song in '99? I'd love to know. JD at meetingmalcolmist.com. Let me know and tell me the story behind your relationship with Harness Your Hopes. Of course, it's real easy to find now. It's on the Nicene Creators edition of Brighten the Corners. And that's great. There's 2 versions, in fact. There's an edit, and then there's that longer version that appeared on the EP that we're talking about, JD. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, locked in. So, yeah, that's Harness Your Hopes. Lyrically, it's jam fucking packed. There's a lot going on there. None is to church as a parrot is to perch. Donna de Verona, the competitive swimmer, who's also, interesting side note, sisters with Joanna Kearns of Growing Pains, one of the Sievers, who I wrote a song about in the 90s to the tune of Seether by Veruca Salt. It's called Sievers. And perhaps someday I'll share it with you. Probably not, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a handle on this. Harness Your Hopes is obviously something that he was noodling with because it's in Carrot Rope. It's on Carrot Rope, which made the cut. Like the phrase or the fragment, that lyric. So that's there. I love the idea of harnessing your hopes, and that lyric reminds me of the Guided by Voices song. Which I adore, even though it's sort of overly TV friendly. I think it was written for Growing Pains. Scrubs. It was written for Scrubs. Am I making sense here? Are we talking? Are you jiving what I'm saying? I don't know. I really don't have a handle on what this one's about. Now, Moik will probably chime in at some point and say, dude, it's about this, and fuck, it's so right there and obvious in your face, but I don't have anything. If you've got something, send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmist.com. That's what I got for you on this fine Saturday. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I know I did, and it's always a pleasure to hang out with you. So talk to you real soon. Wash your hands.
Meeting Malcolmists, a Pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmist.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmist.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmists.
Attention, everyone! Wayfair's Black Friday preview sale is here early. Right now, score up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Shipped in time for the holidays. Shop early Black Friday deals now at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So while ice skating for 2 is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon, less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops, those are up. A $50 per month single line, that's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.